Good day, everyone, and welcome to Journey of the Anointed with Mr. Buzz. Well, have I got a story for you today? I swear what I'm about to tell you is completely true. I just got to the end of it just a few minutes ago and just arrived home. So yesterday I was walking, and something made me look down, and not just down, but down and off the side in this weird spot. Just like that. I could tell something made me look there. I thought it was God. And maybe it was. At that, I can't decide if God put me through this or this was all crafted by the evil one. I don't know. But I looked down and I found this gold ring. Okay? A nice gold ring, very fancy, and real gold. Turned out it was real gold. So I'm like, wow, look at that. So I put that in my pocket and continue on my walk. I figure I'll get it appraised or see what, well, first I figured I'd just bring it home, and I didn't even know it was real gold at first. Sure, it looked like it, and it was really fancy. It was quite a nice ring. So I get downtown to the spot where I always walk to, and I had this weird thought enter my head. That ring I just found, that's a magic ring. That's not a regular ring. That's a magic ring. And I started thinking about the Lord of the Rings and, the one ring to rule them all and all that stuff. And you put the ring on and you're invisible, and all that stuff was flashing through my mind. But not in a joking way. I kept getting this idea. That is actually a magic ring that I just found. That's for real. That's a magic ring. So, and then I thought to myself, I better not try it on, because I don't know what's going on with this ring yet, but I had this really strange feeling about it. It just felt strange. And I knew I needed to find out more before I actually put it on, because that gave me a feeling just thinking about trying it on. It's like, I wonder if it fits any of my fingers. And then I'm like, yeah, but I better not try it on. There's something about this ring. So I came home with it. I gave it a magnet test and a float test, water test. If it's real gold, it'll sink like a stone. This did. And the magnet won't be attracted to it at all, which it wasn't. You could tell by looking at this ring, it was the real thing. It was real gold. Probably worth a lot of money. So I sat here and just played with it and, just rolled it around and looked at it. Eventually, it got the best of me, and I tried it on. It fit my pinky perfectly. So I put it on and had it on for, 20 minutes or something. And then I took it off and just set it back down. I said, all right, I'll take that to a jeweler tomorrow and see what's up with that. So I still had this very weird feeling about the ring. I knew it was magical somehow. There was something about it, but I thought it came from God. At least that's what I was hoping. So I leave it sit here on the table beside where I sit, right by the Bible, and off I go to bed eventually. So when I fall asleep, I have the most messed up, evil dreams that you could ever imagine, and they all have to do with lust. Every single one of them is promiscuous people doing sexual things everywhere, but evil involved too. It's a mixture of evil and lust. And that's the whole theme of these dreams. And I'm trapped in the dream and I can't get out of it. I'm just trapped in it. And it's horrific. So then I do eventually start to snap out of it, but I feel a real demonic attack, like real demons. And now they're flying around my bedroom. I've got demons flying around everywhere. It's a full-on demonic attack. Okay. I've got things pressing against me. I can feel things touching me. And as soon as they touch me, these evil tingles go right through my whole body and just make me vibrate in terror. It's like, it's the most... I've had demonic attacks several times, never one this bad. This was so bad, it brought me to tears. I was just, and I'm begging. I'm like, Father, help me. And he didn't help me. He just left me to suffer this attack. Usually I'll hear one of my cats, when this happens, one of my cats will also be attacked. But thankfully, nothing touched my cat. So, I got literally demons flying around the room. I can see them. I can see these things flying around the room, and they're just whipping them. And I can see them, and I always see them out of the corner of my eye, just whipping by. And then I hear this sort of, I don't know, it's not really cackling, but a demon sound. It's this demonic, evil sound. And now I'm freaking out. But I've got this thought in my head right away. It's the ring. It's the ring has done this. There's no question. And I knew that the ring was the problem. So I come down, I get the ring, and I take it outside. That's the first thing I do. Now, I don't want to throw it and get rid of it like that because someone else will pick it up. And then I'll be responsible for bringing evil on someone else. And who knows what the Lord would do to me for that one. So I put it outside. I was like, I come back in here. I'm saying the Lord's Prayer. I'm praying. I'm asking the Lord to help. He still wasn't. He wasn't doing a thing. I sit here in the chair. I feel something touch my back, like literally a finger pressed against me. It was really creepy and bad. It was the worst thing I ever felt. I'm like, Father, okay, I can't even stay in this house if it's going to keep up. You got to please keep these things at bay a little bit. Eventually, he started keeping them off me a little bit, but he still left me to suffer them for a little while. He was making sure I suffered the consequences of bringing that ring in the house and not being careful, not realizing, I didn't realize that found jewelry could cause that. I had no idea. I sure do now. So eventually, I go back to bed. I drift off to sleep. I have a dream again. So it's purely a sexual dream involving me this time. The first dreams, I was just sort of witnessing what was going on. This time, I'm directly involved, and it's as real life is. And it was this beautiful black woman and me, and, well, I'll just say this. I'm not going to say what was going on, but I didn't want to stop. It was all good. But then I realized, but this isn't from God. This is from the devil. This is evil. I've got to stop. I was being tested to see if I'd go for it or not. I resisted it. And I pushed. Usually I can get myself out of a dream. I can wake myself up when that stuff's happening, when it's something really intense. So I managed to get out of the dream. Again, the demonic attack, the demons flying around the room, the whole thing happened all over again. I'm like, oh, no. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I started saying the Lord's Prayer, run down the steps. I'm like, okay, the ring is out of here, but the damage is done. I've already brought it in here, and I've got this now. I don't know what to do. So I sat here, I got the Bible out, and I just kept reading from the Bible out loud. And eventually, the Lord said, okay, that's enough. You had to suffer that because you messed up. Don't be bringing no more rings like that in the house. I said, okay, Father, I got to get rid of that, obviously. What do I do? Well, in my YouTube feed, he brought up a Matt Mays video. It's a singer from my hometown, actually, called The City of Lakes. And I'm like, okay, you want me to throw this in the water somewhere? And then I went for a walk this morning as soon as the sun came up, looking for confirmation what he wanted me to do. And I said, Father, tell me what you want me to do with that ring. And as soon as I asked, on the right was a van, Bay Electric, so Bay, another body of water. And as soon as I walked another 10 feet, the Harbor Inn. I'm like, okay, Bay, Harbor, and last night, City of Lakes. You want me to throw that in a body of water, obviously. He did. So just a little while ago, and there was one more dream. Finally, the Lord let me go to sleep and got the demons out of here. He cleared the house of demons, got rid of them all. But he tested me with one more sexual dream. And this girl come up behind me and she hugged me. And I was making her a cup of tea for some reason. And then the next thing, she spun me around and she just started making out with me. And again, I didn't want to, it's this beautiful woman. I didn't want to leave the dream, but I thought, I'm being tested again. So I had to push her away, and I woke up. I'm like, Lord, is that you tested me again? And it was. So, just a little while ago, I took the ring. I went on a long walk down to the lake, Lake Ontario. If I just head straight that way and keep on going for quite a ways, it's a long walk, I eventually get to the lake, to the water. And I went out on this pier, and it still froze over, but I chucked that sucker, and it skipped across the lake, and it's out in the ice, and the ice is melting, so when the ice melts, that's just going to sink to the bottom and never be seen again. And it was a definitely valuable ring. I don't know if the Lord put that there as all part of a test for me, or if the evil one did. I don't know. What an experience. Now that it's gone, I finally feel okay. The house is clear. I'm hoping I can take a nap in a little while. Didn't get much sleep, obviously. And I'm fasting besides. I'm on a fast. I've been fasting almost 20 hours right now. That's got me rate sensitive to everything, because that's what fasting does. Whoa. And all this, the Lord told me yesterday what my divine purpose is, finally. I now know what it is. And it blew my mind. And it actually makes everything I just explained to you, this whole ordeal with the ring, it makes me think that the Lord did it. It's part of my training for what my divine purpose is. Because my divine purpose is, whoa, I don't know if I even want to announce what it is yet. It's quite a big thing. Yeah, it's not quite time to say it yet. But one of the things that I really have to overcome to step into my divine purpose is lust. Lust. And lust covers more than sex. It actually, you can lust after different things. You can lust after even money. You can lust after several things. Lust is just really wanting earthly pleasures, right? It could be, you could lust after food, I suppose. You could, right now, after 20 hours of fasting, I'm lusting after food for sure. I got a half hour to go, and I can eat. Oh, I can't wait. Whoa. All I can say is if you're walking down the street and you see some fancy jewelry on the ground, you're probably better off to leave it there and keep on going. I wouldn't recommend picking it up. Everything I just told you, I swear to you, it happened just like that. All over a ring, a pretty shiny ring. He put more Lord of the Rings thoughts in my head. He's like, you think Lord of the Rings is fiction? It's really not. That's based on real stuff that really happens. Evil rings. And then I looked up on Google, have other people found evil rings and things that absolutely, I couldn't believe how many stories I found, how many forums, people talking about this, how they found an evil piece of jewelry and it almost wrecked their life and they had to get rid of it, like do something like I did. I felt like I was off to Mordor to to throw the ring in that fire. That it's like wild. So remember my story. If you look down on the ground and you see some shiny gold, remember what I just told you. Pick it up at your own risk, man. I would recommend you don't. I would recommend you keep on walking. And walk in the name of Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life, the Lord of Lords, and the King of Kings.